What's up, everyone? We are back with another episode of Therapy Without a Degree. I don't even know what chapter we're at. I think I'm losing count. I think we're at 231. You guys already know Joe Fucarino is here in the house, in the studio. And then I have a very special guest. This guy comes around like every 105 episodes, every 110 episodes. This guy, we're going to have to get you a little closer to the mic, though. Bring that mic a little closer because they got to hear you, man. You know, you don't come on too often, so we got to make sure when you do come on, they hear you like nice, loud, and clear, man. We got to introduce yourself to the people, man. Who we got here?
Anthony.
Just Anthony? No, nothing.
That's it.
All right. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
This guy, I've been chilling with him like 2 days in a row, and I gotta stop. I chill with this guy, and then just the money just goes out the way. He be having me living luxurious, just living it up. What's up?
Nothing much, man. Hanging in there, man.
Cool.
Finally got me on the show.
Yes, finally we got him here. I don't know how this happened.
I was actually waiting for him in the room. He snuck up in his house.
He snuck up. You know? He snuck up. He went through the window and shit. He popped up, opened the window. I'm like, damn, don't you have to do all that? But we here. And then we got Javi in the building. We got PPG Javi.
How you doing, bro?
PPG Javi.
The one and only.
Yes. What does the PPG stand for again?
Personal Protection Group.
Personal Protection Group. All right.
Sir.
Good shit. And then we got Jason in the building. First class, second place. What's up, sir?
What's going on, fellas? How you doing?
There he is with the ill radio voice.
Right.
It's an official podcaster. We're going to have to start doing like Therapy Without a Degree commercials and shit and using Jason as just a voice. Like, are you going through a hard time? See, do a little dumb.
Does God really exist?
Exactly, right? All right. But we here, man. And also, come a little closer, man. Come a little closer. Don't be shy. All right? But
Scared.
yeah, don't be scared.
Got you.
But, man, what you been doing, man? Tell the people, man. They haven't seen you in a while. I think the last episode we had you.
It was in quarantine.
Yeah.
The last episode. That was what, 2020?
2020.
About April 2020? Around that
Yeah,
time?
it was actually.
Yeah. When you guys were doing, they had like a little porn set going on up in here.
Yeah, we did.
The last time I came, they had like, some porn, some women walking around up in here. I was like, what's going on? But the last time it was 2020.
Actually, I think that was 2021.
No, it was 2020.
Yeah, it was right. It was right when everything went down.
2 years.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah, this guy every like 2 years, like he comes on. I figure he's gonna drop some gems and leave. But yeah. So that was the last episode. Yesterday we had a dope time. Yesterday we were in the spa.
Yeah, that was nice.
That shit was real nice.
Yeah. Got some food. Yeah, man, we just hanging out, man.
Just kicking
enjoying life,
Word. Nah, but shout out to Sojo, man. Sojo, you need to sponsor this podcast. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Very nice spot. Very, very, very nice spot.
Yeah. Did you think it was better than you thought, or it was like about the same?
It was better than I thought, actually.
You thought it was gonna be what, less or what?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a good vibe. I give them
good
that.
Atmosphere.
They
good
did
atmosphere.
They did a very, very good job with everything that they got going on there, as far as the people, the atmosphere, the views. It's really good. I give them that.
Yo, he ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it.
The views.
The views. All the views.
2 views.
Yeah, there was like amazing views, man. I'm just saying, like,
there was 2 views going on over there.
I was like, yo, why go to the strip club? Right?
I was trying to keep it PG on 13.
Nah, this is an R-rated podcast. All right. You know what? If you're under 18, this is not the podcast for you. Nah. But now, in all seriousness, the views were really, really fire, and it was much needed. It was definitely a good spot there. I've been wanting to try that spot since I saw it on Instagram somewhere, and I was trying to go there back when it was like $35.
Right.
It was like $35 at one point.
At a point.
It was like $35 for the day.
Yeah. Now they want what 100?
Yeah, that shit was crazy. $100.
It was worth it though.
It was.
You could be like a whole day there, So it was definitely worth it.
Had the little foot massage thing. You walk through, you get a little foot massage. But that shit was not a massage though. They fucking lied, right?
It's like you walking on nails. it was like you're walking on rocks. The rocks are supposed to be like foot massages type things, but it felt like you was walking on nails. I don't recommend it.
He's like, I don't.
Yeah.
There was like a beginner level, then
Just
it was
stick to the
expert
regular
level.
hand foot the hand massages on your foot. Stick to the regular. Don't do that one.
Yeah.
You know.
What did they have? Also, they had that. They had mad different pools to be like, yeah, this one helps blood circulation.
Oh yeah, I'm coming out with a video. I told Joe this a few times. I'm gonna let everybody know. I'm coming out with a video. It's not attacking personal trainers, but I'm definitely coming out with a video. I'm gonna do like a little skit, a personal training skit. I'm promoting. I don't use no steroids, no special diets, no Herbalife. You know, no offense to nobody, but yeah, no extreme marketing workouts, just regular basics, and yeah, that's gonna be happening soon.
You said it here first.
That's gonna be happening soon because I've been for years. I've been seeing, I see a lot of people making these exercises so complicated for people, in which I understand, the social media, but most people are regular 9 to 5 people. They work, I always say you utilize working out. It's not just in the gym or with a personal trainer. It's 24 hours. Even when you're at work, you could be in the bathroom, knock out push-ups. You can knock out squats. It's not just when you in the gym or with a personal trainer. So that's going to be a little something. I'm gonna be, we're gonna work on.
All right,
for sure,
good
for
shit.
sure.
We're gonna make it happen.
For sure.
So what is this gonna be? Is this gonna be more like a course? Is this gonna be like a video?
No, it's not going to be a course. It's just going to I just want to show people that, the workouts don't have to be, balancing yourself with one leg and walking and, keep it basic, it's being consistent. And I think that's what people are missing now. People are getting like strung up on the very, just image of, what looks nice working out. It's just the basics, basics, just you gotta be hard work. And like I said, anywhere that you can utilize exercises, you're gonna get the results. Regular squats, push-ups, pull-ups, when you out the park or when you out the gym, you could just, so that's what I really want to,
All right, you come and talk your shit. Let's go. We gotta work on that soon. A lot of people don't even know, but you've been doing your thing for like a long time, but you had a serious, transformation.
Oh yeah, at a point, yeah.
So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about that, but that was cool. This guy already had. Last week he was like, "Nah, we're gonna get you to work out, man." We went to breakfast, and then he was like, "Nah, we're just gonna run up hills."
Yeah, I got him.
He got me. He was like, we went right to the park. We started running up hills. Everything. That shit was a good ass workout. It was like a good 10-minute workout, but we had the fucking heart rate up to like 170. That shit was good. And then the next day, if anyone is following me on Instagram, I was actually in the hospital. So this guy working out with him one day and then in the hospital the next. Nah,
literally.
It had nothing to do with that. I was kind of already feeling it. I was already feeling what I was feeling. So I let the people know on here. I had like a lot of like serious numbness. Like, when your foot falls asleep and shit. So I felt like that all over. Like, I felt that in my fucking hands. Like, my hands felt like they were like asleep the whole time. And normally like shit falls asleep and you just kind of shake it off. It wasn't being shaken off, It was really, really bad. And it was like my chest, my arms, everything, my head a little bit. And then I was getting like random, like little like electrical shocks randomly through. And I was feeling a little bit the last week and shit. A lot of times I'd be working and I sometimes my hands, because I'm working on the computer after so long, the hands are right here. So like they fall asleep. Right. So I'm like, I got to shake it off. So I was getting little by little, but then that day it was just dramatically bad. So I was actually with Fernando. I felt bad, yo. Because we had a video shoot in Brooklyn. We were driving all the way to Brooklyn. We were halfway there. We were in Manhattan. And I was like, yeah, bro, you got to take me to the hospital. And I'm never that guy, right? Am I ever that hospital guy?
Right. That's why I was shocked. When I saw that you went to the hospital, I was like, it must be really serious.
For me to go.
Yeah.
Because I don't be going for that shit. And even I think it was a blessing that I was with him too, because if I was home, I don't know if I would have went. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was just here by myself, I probably would have just tried to thug it out. You know, or I probably just went to sleep
Right.
and slept it off or some shit. You know what I mean? I don't really be that guy, but he was like, he saw I was really uncomfortable. Like he was able to tell. So he was like, yo, you want me to take you? And I felt bad. I didn't want to do that shit to him. Like I didn't want to fuck up his whole shit, like his whole like production.
Right.
That's just how I be. Like I be thinking about that. Like I just felt bad, but I was like, nah, I had to go. So I went there, and it was cool because it was good for a lot of different reasons. Even though I did go, it was dope because I actually heard from someone that I haven't heard from in a while. Someone that is very dear and close to my heart. So that happened, and then we got the blood work. They said blood work is all good, heart is all good, but it's nerves.
Right.
So I got to go get the nerve stuff checked out because it's something in my nerves. And then I tried the next day. I tried to go swimming, and my body said nah. My body said nah, dog. I tried swimming for like 10 minutes, and that shit wasn't happening. I was feeling like all the fucking still. I was feeling my nerves, feeling everything. So I said, all right, nah. And then the next day we went to the fucking spa.
Right.
So that spa was like well needed, even from like that, just to relax. Like we were there from 2 to 7.
Yeah. Did it good, yeah. That was good. It's like an all day thing, so it's,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of people went. I see a lot of people on Instagram. They didn't.
Yeah, it's the best for the Instagram.
We finally went. It was just a spirit of the moment thing, and we went. It was. If you haven't been, I think I recommend it for anybody.
And this could be an ad, Sojo. Like this could be. We can make this review even better.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Like Sojo, if you never know. You want to sponsor this
Really
podcast?
good.
We'll be there once a month to check y'all out. Shit, we could even do a podcast at the spa. That would be really lit.
Yeah.
That would be fire, actually, right?
Yeah.
Even like a live podcast up on the top on that.
Nobody else is doing that. Why not?
See, look at this. You heard it here first, Sojo. You heard it here first. All right, but yeah. So we had that lot going on. But yeah, man, back to like your fitness transformation. So I remember we always joke, but we're like, yo. So I went down to Bricktown and I was like, we talking 09.
Yeah.
09, I went down to Brick, New Jersey to go live for a little while. And then I came up a few months into the job or whatever. So it wasn't even a long time. Because I went and then like, yo, this guy was always a skinny guy.
I'm still slim now, but
Nah, but you were slim.
I was like at least like what 135, 140.
Yeah, this guy was like 135. Yeah. Being how tall you are.
What 5'10", 5'11"?
You were 5'11" then. You lost an inch.
Yeah.
You were 5'11" then.
Boots give me a little inch.
Yeah. So you were that tall. You were that weight, and then I came back one time and this guy was like jacked. What was that? How did that happen?
Well, wow, I'm gonna sum that up. So, I got one of my boys, my boy Thomas. He's older than me in the Bronx. So, when I was 8, so he was about 18 around that time. So, he used to take me. He used to come get me from my grandma's house. We used to, take me work out. We work out in the park. Then we ain't working out in the park. We going to the center in Bronx River Projects. We going to the center. And if we ain't in the center, we going in the house because we have weights in the house. And we was just always working out. Like, so that's why I got the formula from.
What year was that?
This is about 2007-ish?
Like right after high school?
Yeah.
So that was like
2007.
So that was new for you. Were you like, yo, what the fuck is this?
I mean, I always did my little workouts, but to that extreme, yeah. And we used to, we'll be walking down the block and he'd be like, yo, let me get 10. Just random. And we go on a light pole, like the traffic light pole. Yeah. We had to do pull-ups, like 10 push-ups. Like it was just never off. Like anytime we saw something or he saw something, he'd be like, oh, let me get like 10. Let me get 15. Let me get 20. So it was just like, and it helped. You know what I'm saying? So that's when it started. That's when the really like extreme part of the working out started. That's when you saw me.
Yeah.
And I was just like jacked. Like I was like from being 140 and then I think I went up to like probably 155 or something like that. That's still slim, but
nah, but that was still from like 140 to like 155 and just
no muscle mass at the first time. So when you saw me the second time I have muscle mass, I gained a little bit of pounds. So yeah, that was a big transformation.
And then this guy started boxing.
Yeah.
That was around the same time, right?
Yeah. Probably I want to say like a year later, probably or something like that. Yeah, about a year later. Yeah.
So when you were doing all that, what do you think stuck? Because a lot of people, they get into this, they get into it, they get into like fitness, and they get into adding it to be part of their lifestyle. Why do you think it's stuck for you?
Wow. I mean, it becomes a lifestyle, you know. It's just something your body feels like. You know, some days I even tell you like I feel fat, but it's not that I feel fat. I just feel sluggish It's because I'm used to being active. So when I'm inactive, you know, that's just something that's incorporated. You know, especially being like when you're training for boxing, that's like a whole different. That's a whole different training. That's like you swimming, like you're doing so much like, you know, physical activity that when you go down, when you stop, you feel like you're out of shape, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, that kind of stuck, and it was like a lot of routines. And so I got accustomed to it. So it was like a lot of days I used to work in Starbucks. You remember?
Yeah.
I used to get off. I used to come. I used to get back in the house. I used to go running at night, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning to like 2 in the morning run. I used to run. I used to have to be in the gym at 10 or 11. I used to train for boxing for like 2 hours, then go to work from 3 to 11, do it all over. That was.
But
I was about 21 at that time. So you know,
he was like, I was able to do it.
Yeah. I was 21. I was working.
He was like, Javi's age. How old is Javi again?
Yeah, I was
23? Yeah.
Yeah, I was chill. Yeah. I guarantee I could still do it now if I go back to training, but it was just like.
Who was holding you accountable? You think, was it the people at the gym? Because first, you said, who was the first person to really get you working out?
My boy Thomas.
Thomas, right?
And
he was with you in the Bronx?
Really what, my boxing trainer, he was on my ass. Like, he even said to me, he said, I'm going to be on you. He used to yell. He said, until when you're not with me, you're going to hear my voice. And that shit happened. Like when I wasn't with him, I used to hear his voice in my head. Like, come on, nigga, like you give me more, like pushing. So that's what, you know, and then for myself too, like any like anger, any like, you know, self-doubt or problems, I just would go running. So it helped, you know, punching the bag and spar, you know, it all helps. So like that's what kind of pushed me. Like if everything else was going wrong, I knew that was going right. So that's what kept me like my foundation, like really, you know, going strong. Like, so that's what really did it.
So when do you feel like, because you just said about how like you think a lot of these fitness trainers are just doing too much and shit. So
Go ahead.
in that process, when did you realize, like I can make changes by just doing like, you know, the regular stuff?
Well, I'm not taking nothing away from, you know, the ones that do the extra stuff, because, you know, last I get it, it's so, you know, social media, it's marketing. I understand it, but I also see, you know, I don't want people to get caught up to think that's what you have to do to get like these results. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what really kind of stuck with me. You know, sorry if I keep moving the mic around.
No, you're good.
I know I'm moving. So.
Nah, you're good. But like, when did you, in your own like working out, when did you realize like, oh damn, now I don't have to like
do all that? Well, I mean, that was just something that I was already doing. So it kind of like, it's nothing like that switched, because that was already like my base before. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, it wasn't like when I started seeing trainers, like social media started getting pop, I started seeing trainers do different things that it switched, because that was already something I was doing. But I just noticed like everything still comes back to that foundation. Like if you can't do a squat, you can't do all this up. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, it's just, I don't know. I just stuck to the, you know, getting like the basics things. You know?
get to the basics.
Yeah. Everything else, when you really get the basics down pat, you know, that's what I'm saying. You do a push up or pull up correctly, not incorrectly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not none of that when you pull up, none of that kicking your legs. No, arm extension, straight down, straight up, squeeze, hold, you know, correctly. Push-ups the same way. When you do those stuff, then you could talk about it. You can't, that's how boxing taught us. If you can't throw a jab, you don't even know, you don't even need to go to sparring yet, or learning how to throw a right cross because you don't even know how to do a proper jab. So that's like, you know.
I bet that shit would piss people off.
Yeah. But it teaches you though, you know, because everything works off your jab. So, you know, I get one water.
Yeah. And
A little hot behind these lights.
yeah, a little hot, right? Gotta get used to it. I told him we're gonna start getting this guy in front of the camera more. Jason, if you could just pass him the.
There we go.
And this guy was working too, man. When you were boxing and shit too, this guy was like, yo, shit, I would even be working his ass out. We'd be over here by the hill, by the boulevard, having you run up and down the hill, doing all different workouts, going through like a smoke.
Around that time, that was like one of the. I always say that's like one of the best times I was like fit. That was about 2012, 2012ish. Yeah, it was like one of the best times I was fit. About 2012. Yeah.
You think that was like when you were your most?
That in 2020, the pandemic, I was just like really in shape. Yeah, but those 2 times, yeah. Besides now too, like, but 2012, then 2020, then now.
When did you start incorporating? You feel like the food side to it too, because that's obviously the working out. But like, I actually know this guy, and so he's actually really, you know, eating right, you know, now, and you still be having, you know, every once in a while.
I still have my stuff, yeah.
But for the most part, because it's like a natural, and I noticed the way you did, at least from my side,
Right.
looking at you, like you weren't like, I'm gonna make this big drastic random change one day, but like you make these little small lifestyle changes where you just start slowly adding things. And I think now if you look at like
the
your diet overall for the week, you know, for the most part, it's pretty shifted.
right.
You know?
Oh yeah.
And I would say it's probably a lot different from what a lot of your friends or your family and people like that, you know, eat and things. So for you, like, where did that come in? Because a lot of times people I notice have one, but they don't have the other. You know, even for me, like, I'll admit, I my fuck up on the food side, you know? And that's real. You know, like, for me, I'll go to the gym and I'll get a good workout. Like, me and you, we joke about my workouts, but I'll get a good workout.
Right.
In. And I'm consistent, you know, in my workouts. Maybe sometimes it's like, all right, I'm lifting, but you like, nah, I should do this or that.
Right.
But I'm okay with that. The food part is the hard part for me.
Right.
For you now, it's probably the same. You know, you'll probably have people in your life or people that maybe only have one side.
Right.
So how did you do that? How did you like maybe make that change?
Well, I made the change. Well, my father really got me onto it. He started with first no pork. I do eat pork every now. Like, if you go in my house, you're not gonna find pork in the refrigerator. But if I go to a barbecue,
Now hold on. Before we get there, yo, I don't know. This guy be having like a 6-pack, be in the gym. This dude got the donuts there. I'm like, yo, fam, I don't know how you do it, because I'm talking this shit, right? He's really, really healthy, but he still has the snacks.
Oh, yeah. They in
Don't
there.
get it
I got
twisted. He
donuts,
still got a little donuts,
ice
but-
cream.
And
I
I know
had some ice cream. I just had a donut before I came here.
I know he has a daughter, so I'm gonna let you slide a little bit there. But
Well, see, at that
come
point,
a little this way.
at that point, that's when exercising gets really fun. When you start to understand that when you start playing around with your body, because you got, you know, once you understand your body, not what, you know, everybody's body's different. So I can probably have a donut. You probably can't right now have a donut. You know, so once you start playing, then you know your foundation of your food is good for a while. You can have a donut. You can have you know, soda if you want. But you just have to know your body. That's when it gets fun, and know how, okay, today I ate really good. I have a donut. You know what I'm saying? Because I drink only water. I gotta have this, you know what I'm saying? So, and it kind of relieves your stress. It is like a stress reliever. Eating clean when you're not normally like grew up eating clean, it could really be stressful because you're like, damn, I really want, and then you're like, it gets boring, and you're like, you know, so it's like, it gets really fun when you start playing around. Like, when you get to that point when you're like, ooh, like you playing around people, and people ask you that question, how the hell do you do it? Like, see, you don't need a strenuous diet. Like, you don't need that. Like, again, I'm sorry for anybody who was on Herbalife, but you don't need that. See, you just have to understand, and once you start, first of all, it comes with your dedication. Are you going to prep your meals? Because at the end of the day, you still got to prep your meals. You got to understand your salt content. Maybe you retain salt. You know what I'm saying? With water. You know what I'm saying? Like little tricks, like little things. You know, once you get the foundation carrying your food around is very important. I tell people that's number one, prepping and carrying your food around, especially so you don't get tempted to eat in the beginning stages. Carrying, you need to invest in like something that a thermos or like one of them bags, to keep your food near you so it's accessible for you to eat. Because then what happens is that's when you start eating the bullshit when you're not supposed to. So like little tricks like that, that's what I started to learn. But I learned from, go on YouTube. Look at the bodybuilders, but you don't have to, I'm not saying being a bodybuilder, but they do have very good foundations, bodybuilders. Like I really like their foundations, that they carry their food, they prep their food. They have it accessible for them to eat at the right time. And yeah, that's really like one of the main things. Then when you start playing around, you eating clean for like a few months. Now you can say, okay, I've been eating clean for like 6-7 months. Waiting, I'm looking good. All right, today I ate all my meals. You know what? I'm gonna have some ice cream. Not gonna mess you up.
Yeah.
Your foundation is good. Or you want a burger, go get like try to look for like an organic type burger, like different. So, it's like little tricks.
And you said your father really helped you with that?
Yeah. I mean, it started me off with the fried food, stuff like that, I took it to the extreme, like to the to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
he wasn't working out too. I'm working out. I took it to like the next level.
Yeah, he was, be like, all right, watch, you got to watch for the
Right.
soda. Like he would let you know to be really cognizant of the things that probably even the most average person, because I think it's like the average person, the average household.
It's even hard for me when I go to like my mom's house, my grandma's house. Love them to death. Love the food. It's hard for me to eat. When I go in the refrigerator, I'm like, it's not even, when you've been doing it for so long, you're not even like, sometimes for me, it's like, I don't even want it. Like the milk, the certain meat. You know what I'm saying? Like the meat is beef, but it just looks funny. Like it's not grass fed. You know what I'm saying? It's not grass fed. So it looks different. So I'm like, I don't even want it. Like, I don't, in my house, I don't even fry nothing. One, is not good for you. And two, is really messy. I clean, but I'll be damned if every day I'm frying and I'll be cleaning. So everything's in the oven for me, with the olive oil, or my chicken, fish is in the oven, except my steak. That's on them. But yeah, just like little things like that,
Good shit, man. Yeah, this guy, he used to get a lot of people looking when we be doing the pull-ups in the gym.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When we be doing the pull-ups, a lot of people would be stopping. A lot of people would be stopping in the gym, be like, yo, what's going on? But yeah, man, that's good shit, bro. Keep it up. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
This guy already today, he was in the park, right? You did.
Oh yeah. Like at 10 in the morning, I ran. Did some like, just light jog. I'm not trying to like burn off, excessive weight, but just heart health. Heart health is very important too. I think a lot of trainers should be, preaching about that. That's very, 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 that's number one, your heart health. It's not about, how big you are, muscular, is your heart health. That's very important. Like, if I can't stress that, especially from, this day and age, man, the amount of, stuff that's in the food, the pollution in the air, like stress, it's, heart health is very important. Very, very, very important. This is like number one for everybody. Water, for real. If you could start with this, eliminate all the soda and stuff in your house and juice, just water, you already on the right track. That's like number one. Water, for real.
So for you, what do you think is the hardest part of it? Like, because, you've changed your lifestyle as far as like the food and the fitness. Out of that whole part, what is the part that you still at times struggle with?
Eating. The eating, that's always going to be the hardest because it's consistent. It doesn't stop. Working out is fun. It's the eating. It's the eating part. So, yeah, definitely the eating.
Word. Every once in a while, I want to go get his Wendy's.
Sorry, guys, if I'm all over the place. I'm not an interviewer.
Nah, this guy killing it. This guy killing it, man.
But yeah, definitely the eating. The eating is because that is consistent. That doesn't stop. Even on your days off or rest from the gym, you still gotta eat. Eat the right things, and so that's the hardest. I want to say that's like the hardest, And it's fun and it's hard, you know, to eat the right thing. Yeah.
All right, let's go. Also, because I do have a topic for you in a little bit that I want to know your opinion on. But I want to say too, man, shout out to this guy, man, into the real estate heavy.
Where's Zane? Sorry.
Yo, Zane, right? Where is Zane?
Where he's at? Where is he?
Where the fuck is Zane?
You have to
man?
call him.
You want to call him? You want to call his ass?
Yeah, you might have to call him, man. The day that I'm on, he's always asking me. And I'm on, he's not here.
I'm going to call his ass. Let's see if he answers.
See if he's working out.
He's not going to answer. He's going to duck me. He's probably watching the phone right. Shaking my head.
You
Nope.
pick up? Oh, no.
It's all right. He'll see this after. You talk to him now. You're like, where are you at, right? I don't know, man. We gotta get Zane back. Gotta get him consistent. But now he's probably enjoying himself. His birthday's next week. You know, so he's getting ready for that. But yeah, man, you've been out here doing your real estate too.
Yeah.
All right, gotta talk your shit with that, man. Shout out to you.
That is a journey in itself.
Oh hell yeah,
Definitely is.
but it's the start of something really, really dope, something different.
Right.
And even for that, you know, I think that's kind of like the same thing. Even now, just thinking about it, it's a very it's a different thing than what you would say maybe a lot of like your friends, family, and other people are, you know, doing. Right. So like, how did that even become a thing? You know, because like that, I think that like if anyone maybe knew you maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe they wouldn't even think that.
Right.
Or would that? You I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
If they would have thought that about me?
Yeah.
Nope. I mean, there's some people probably would, you know, I don't think so. I didn't even think, you know, myself, I always knew something, but you know, I didn't think that at all.
What got you to get into it and to try it out, or even to actually pull the trigger?
Well, first I was thinking about the stock market. I did dabble in that. I know that's like a rocky roller coaster. I know I did ask you, and I know you definitely said, hey, I think you should do the real estate. That's more, you know, more millionaires. That's where you really get it. So that's when I started really getting into it, like just, you know, learning, you know, reading audiobooks. Even when I was at work, audiobooks. You know, you gave me a lot of references, and you know, so
Word.
that's when it really started, and it just made sense. It just made perfect sense. I was just like, oh, this is here? Like, what?
Because I think like you're a numbers guy.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like you saw the math of like.
It made sense. I just wish I knew, like, I knew this, like, when I was, you know, 12. You know, like, it just made perfect sense. Perfect sense. Like, it was just, yeah, everything added up.
Imagine if we would have known this shit when we were like young.
Man. Yeah, I wasted a lot of time and money. It makes you realize that.
Makes you start thinking what we would have did with other money and other things.
Yeah.
But what made you actually feel like to really pull the trigger? Do you feel like, you know, because obviously too, you know, you're just getting started, but you've been consistent with it. Mm-hmm. And that's the main thing about anything, is that like I fuck with people that are consistent in their journey. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because like anyone could do things here and there. Anyone could like research it. Anyone could, you know, do things even once, you know. But to be consistent with it and to stay on that journey, right? You know, and to pull the trigger too. Also, a lot of people could do the research, but not a lot of people could actually say they're going to do it.
Well, go ahead.
No, so for what pulled the trigger?
Well, for me, what it was is that I feel like I did enough research, enough studying. And I also listen to the podcast. I mean, I have like the podcast called Bigger Pockets Podcast. If anybody wants to listen to it, amazing podcast, real estate podcast, Bigger Pockets. I was listening to them, and they said you got to get out of the analysis paralysis mode. So I just took the step.
What is that?
When you just basically you're just always in study mode, like analyzing, analysis. You're gonna have to do it. When you got the information, you're just gonna have to jump. And I started looking at, in my community, growing up in the Bronx, and so I've seen a lot of like my family, friends, their family. I've seen the route, cars, nice cars, nice car. Everybody want the car, you know what I'm saying? But it always bugged me out, even since I was young, that even these people who had the nice car, let's say they had a house too. We give you that. They will always still say they was broke. It didn't make sense. Since I was young, I used to ask my father that, how are these people broke? It just never made sense. So I never knew the answer until I started, when you told me about that, the real estate. And once I started listening to the podcast, I started hearing other people's story. I'm like, oh. So what made me take the leap was like, I already seen this story. I already seen the other story multiple times, because that's what I grew up. So let me take this side. Let me go this route. Because let me see what this does. Because I already seen what the other route does multiple times. So let me go this route. If I fail, I fail. But I'm not going to, over leverage myself, where I'm going to be like, hurt. But I'm going to try.
Word.
It can't be that bad. If like the stories and the people that I was listening to, they look like me, like
Word.
Regular people, 9-to-5 jobs, So that's what made me. I felt comfortable. That podcast made me feel like they was talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a community of people, just like me, black, white, Chinese, Asian, whatever. But it's just like they was regular people, and they became millionaires. But over time,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what really made me say, fuck it. So.
Word. And you've also never been the social media guy. So it's not like you don't even got to do any of that.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people don't even know. It's like he's like a ghost.
Yeah.
Am I not?
I post. I do a little, I post.
Once every 3 months.
I post, man. You got people watching me.
Every once in a while he be.
I just be, I always mess with Joe. I just think that certain things don't need to be on social media, man. I get it, but I don't think people need to know where you at and everything you're doing. I think certain things still should be a private. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying for everybody, but I'm talking about me. There's certain times I don't want people to know. It's not like I'm hiding anything, but maybe if I'm going to the store for Dunkin' Donuts, I'm not going to, I don't feel like I should check in there. Because there are crazy people in the world. I'm not saying I'm not a select, but even you, I tell you that all the time. I tell him that all the time.
You're like, I know where you at.
I know where you at, without me even talking to you. You have, there's this crazy people. God, God
100%.
forbid. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why too. And I even tell you, I'm like, yo, you could always post.
You can do it later,
but you could do it. I've gotten to the habit, because sometimes I did have the habit of posting it right then and there. But for the most part, once I started really getting into, because this is also my job.
Right.
I started to realize, oh, no, you don't got to you could do that shit later.
Right.
Even yesterday, we were at Soja, I enjoyed the time. I took the videos and shit, but I didn't put that shit up until we were relaxing at the end.
Right.
But,
certain certain things.
But you're not a social media guy.
Yeah.
This guy is not on there. And, but luckily for that business, you don't have to.
Yeah. Not yet.
I mean, as a guy that does social media and marketing, I still think you do for certain reasons.
Not yet. I mean, not at the stage that I'm at yet. Eventually, when you get, but it
even at that though. Yeah. But I don't think even because to make it better. Mm-hmm. I agree at least with that industry. Social media will enhance it.
Yes, it will.
For reasons that we're not even going to get into, but it'll enhance it.
It's good for networking too.
Yeah.
It's definitely 100%,
Oh yeah.
It's definitely. But it's also good for inspiring people too. I watch people's stuff all the time. I'm like, it's inspiring, I get to learn, and so you never know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not nowhere near these guys that I really follow. These guys have hundreds and thousands of units and properties, but they're inspiring me. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like the people that I was listening to on the podcast, they was just they bought their first rental, and I was like, they was inspiring me. So it made me believe that I can do it, and you can. You know what I'm saying? So
Word.
trust me, I have no college degree.
Word.
None.
And we so for anyone that wants to get into it, what would you tell them if they just want to start? You already told them, check out Bigger Pockets podcast.
Yeah, that's to start investing in real estate. I would definitely say you got to spend time learning. Learn, like that would be the first thing. Learn, like really learn the terms, audio books, read books, watch podcasts, watch Bigger Pockets podcast. Figure out what area you want to go. Look at the numbers. Numbers is your friend. Numbers. Now you don't buy off of your gut or like the house is pretty. You buy because the numbers make sense. And take your time. Real estate is here forever. That's what I love. You know what I'm saying? It's not going nowhere. So, but and take your time. Because real estate is not like stocks. When you mess up, you could just pull out and sell. You mess up on the deal, you locked in that.
Fucked.
Until somebody wants to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a really big decision. So,
Word.
but I would definitely say read, study, and definitely know your numbers in the market that you identify the market that you want to go and become a master at that market. Like you should be able to look at a property in that market that you want and know automatically the ARV of it, if it, fixed up, rent, how much you should already know. Like just become a master of identifying your properties. That would be my thing before you even buy. Before you even think about buying, that would be the thing. Because just even from that, you could become a wholesaler. You could become a wholesaler from that. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man?
How you feeling?
Good. Your voice got darker.
We got you on the podcast,
He
man.
said my voice got darker.
We got you on the podcast. This is Ant.
Who's this?
This is Ant.
Oh, Anthony. I was like, damn, when Joe get black? The transition finally came through.
Finally came through. Y'all stupid.
Yeah, they got you on the podcast, brother. You're here. I just wanted to call because I said I'm here. He's not here right now. What's going on?
It's only when I'm not there. Show up.
Yeah, man. Hold on, one second for Joe. Hold on.
What's up, man? What's going on? Where you doing? You in the streets?
You have my calendar.
Oh wait, I didn't look at that shit. I just found out you have a fucking photo shoot here tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
You have with Jason. He said you're doing the headshots.
Oh yeah.
Is that
I
here?
almost forgot.
Yeah, that's there. That's nowhere else.
Yeah, it's like I just found this out. But
This guy.
hold on, we're gonna look at what's the calendar? I'll find it. We'll see where Zane is thoughting today. Let's see. Oh, you know what? You would.
It was the only time available, man. Only time available.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. So hopefully when I show you, you'll understand.
Yeah. You think I'll approve?
I think you'll understand why.
All right. And at the location you're going to is very pod savvy too. So we always could have just did the pod there.
Yeah,
Imagine.
you just pop up.
Yeah, when you're there, tell them we want to do a live podcast there.
All right, I'll talk to them.
Pitch it. See if we make it happen.
I feel like they would. They have open mics there and whatnot.
Close it. Let's do it.
Be like, hey man, can we do like an open mic over here?
Hey, see what they say. I'm with it.
All right, I'll let them know.
All right, bro. We'll talk to you.
All right, man. Have a good one.
No problem.
All
Peace.
right, brother.
Peace.
Zane Studios out here in the streets. Out in the streets. Yes. And then we got Jason here, man. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Javi on the boards, man. Javi, you quiet over there, yo. What's up?
It's taking in all the
Taking
information.
in.
taking in. Javi be research. You know, it's funny because Javi has a lot of the same interests as you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He be on his fitness grind over there. He's getting jacked over there.
Yeah,
Start off young, man. I'm telling you, man. Just keep going, man. For real.
Don't stop, right?
Yeah. I mean, you might have your little patches in the road, but you know, that's one thing. If one mistake I can say that I made in life is definitely not being consistent. That's, you know, and I'm learning every day. I'm learning just to keep, like, even when I'm having a bad day, there's some days I'm like, I don't feel like doing it. I'm just learning just to keep keep going. It might not be the best workout or anything. It might not be the best, like even in your business, it might not be the best day that you put forth in your business, but you did it. So that's the thing that I'm learning. And I pray, always put God first. That's number one. That's really number one. I pray to God and ask him to give me the strength. Because a lot of times, we can't do a lot of things in our own strength. So, God has to give us that strength. So I trust and believe that. And, you just got to keep, just being consistent. It's hard. It's not easy to be consistent. Some days you wake up and you're like, man, I don't feel like doing nothing today. Like, somebody probably done pissed you off. Could have been your girlfriend, your mama, your job. I don't feel like doing nothing. But those are the times when you just gotta be like, let me just get up and do it. And, it might, like I said, it might not be your best effort, but you did it. That's like you're being obedient. So that's like, if I could give anybody the advice, that's like the number one thing of anything in your life is to be consistent and obedient. And I'm still learning. That. So I'm not saying that I got it down packed. That's not what I'm saying. I'm learning that. That's like very important. If you get that down packed, you have like everything. I think like everything in life would fall right in place for you. Like just being consistent. So yeah.
And like, well, you mentioned too is the faith. For you, what got you? Like you've always been religious and you've always been very, like true to your faith, from what I've known.
Yeah.
You. But what do you feel like as of recently? I know now you said you're back in church and you're praying a lot more. And obviously not everybody is going to agree with that because everyone has different religious beliefs. But for you personally, what got you more tapped into it?
Well, my grandma, she's a deacon in the church, so I always grew up around. I ain't no saint. No, I ain't nowhere near a saint. Trust and believe. But
he be in the streets.
Yeah. So, 2020, the pandemic, it just really shown me that things could, go like this. Especially after I lost my father. I lost my father in 2018. Probably people know, but then I lost the job in 2020. That was like my hotel job, really good job. I didn't see that coming. Lost it, and
because they closed, right? The whole
closed down. So it gave me time to slow down and realize that God is God. That was it, and it just took me time, and I just broke down. There'd be times just breaking down, crying, just talking, by myself. But I like that time. That time was now I like kind of fiend for that one-on-one time. Like when I'm in the house, just nobody's there, so I could just talk to God. Like it's kind of funny, but it's real. Like there's times like I fiend just to be in the house in quiet time and just talking because I felt like my connection with him is just so it's just real. So like what really got me to that point, and it's just that everything that I'm doing, like literally, like I'm not doing much, but I'm just saying like, everything that I'm doing right now, like that I'm being blessed with, it has to be him. Cause like, I'm not able to do none of this in my strength. Like seriously, like I'm the person, like I told you earlier, I'm the person who's inconsistent. Anybody could tell you that. And I just see like little changes with me. So, and these are things that I pray for. And then it just happened, like little things that I'm not even interested in no more. Slowly. No, it's not like it's going to happen overnight. Just little things I'm not even interested in no more. Like I get my family and my friends in the Bronx, say, but like, you don't even come around no more. it's not even that. I be home. We doing other things. It's just like I pray for, and it just little things just start not to get like interesting to me no more. Like remember I told you, and so it's just like stuff like that. Like it's just like I just had it's real.
Yeah. Once you
Yeah.
started seeing,
Yeah.
I think that's what it is too, man. I think a lot of times people, sometimes their faith really gets tapped in when you start testing your faith in a positive way,
Right.
and you start really, really talking to God, because you could talk to God and you could pray, but you could not be talking to Him. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? As someone that is a believer as well too. Like you could be talking and anything spiritually.
Right,
You know,
right.
you could be
It's just
tapped in spiritually, but you're
without
not
no
really
religion.
tapped in.
Without no religion.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is not religion. I'm talking. I'm just you and
Yeah.
the creator. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Or whatever you believe
Right.
in, whatever belief you have.
Right.
I think people sometimes think that they are tapped in, but they're not really tapped
Right.
in. And then when you get to that point when you are really tapped in, and I also believe as long as you're doing the right actions, because I think a lot of times people could be very tapped in, but they're not doing the right actions.
Yeah.
So you're not
That too.
gonna get that. Like
That too.
if you're just if you're tapped in but you ain't doing the right actions, I think the universe or whoever is gonna be like, nah, dog. But I think when there's a combination of both and you start seeing the math, like I was even saying with me, like, yo, there's certain things that's happened, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
that don't happen.
Right,
Like
right.
in a world of like, it just like when you start going through like, especially you get to a certain age, you like that don't happen.
Right.
Like
right.
yo, I've even said big fan of Imani, and lately, we've been working with him, and I'm just like, that don't happen.
Right.
There's certain things in life that it's just like that does
how- yeah,
not happen.
Right.
What are the odds of that?
Right.
But when you're that tapped in and you're putting in the work and you're actually doing the steps, it all makes sense. So
Right, right.
so shout out to you, man,
Right.
for keeping that up. And we also watch Eric Thomas.
Oh yeah. He's great. Yeah, he's great.
For me, he's the one that got me really actually more tapped in to it, because I was kind of like, I was getting to a point in life where I was like losing faith.
Right.
I was losing a lot of my faith, because I just thought, I almost felt like I was just being like unheard, or I just
Right.
wasn't even cared for by any spiritual or religion, or I just felt like I just wasn't this it was at this point where it was just like, all right, maybe like you're just not even seeing me.
Right, right.
Like I'm here, but y'all just working on everybody else. You just think Joe's gonna go figure it out. And then I started realizing, oh, now you were here the whole time.
Right.
And it took Eric Thomas to actually break a lot of things down and for me to see things, because he speaks a language that I can understand.
Right.
And he was someone that I was already tapped into for other reasons. So once he started like, because he was talking for a while, but he wasn't really on his spiritual stuff. He was very like, all right, let me get popping first, and then I'll start talking,
Motivational, yeah.
And then when he started tapping into that, I listened, because I've always been, spiritual, religious, all that. And he started making some shit that made sense. And I was like, all right, dog,
Right.
I'm going to be watching you every Saturday, So we have that. But now to go on to a whole different, and we're just going to turn this shit all the way left. This is all hypothetical. This is all hypothetical, right? So women, if you're out there listening to this, it's just hypothetical questions, right? A woman tries doing some shit to you, right? And you don't like it. What do you tell her?
Let's tighten up the seat.
Let's tighten up the seat for this one. Yeah, straight to the heat.
Like what?
She starts sucking your dick the wrong way. And she's just doing this shit so fucking trash. Yeah, how we go from religion to sucking dick? I don't fucking know. My mind is crazy. And she's just doing that shit trash, man. How do you let her know? Do you let her finish doing it fucked up, or do you stop her and tell her like, yo, shorty?
Oh man. Hypothetically, in the motion, I would just like take her head and move it as she's doing it, like moving it in the direction that I want, like hold, like you know what I'm saying, like just
in the
palm her
direction
head.
that you want it.
Yeah, just take her head, and then I guess you.
What
know,
if it's
she'll
just still not just?
No, she'll get it, and then once you get, and then you stop.
All right. So, allegedly, have you ever been doing anything with a woman and she told you, "Nah, I want it this way. I don't want to do. I don't want to do the way you're doing it.
Yeah,
All right.
I could respect that.
How did they do that?
Like it's like oh no like come here, like kind of taking control. Which I got no problem with that. I like women like that take control.
They take control.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes you gotta.
Yeah, because some things that you do is not always what the woman that the woman wants. She's trying to show you what she likes. So which I can understand, because the same thing with us men. Some things that she's hot, attractive, but you have to show her or let her know how you like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but nah, girl.
Going
a little too much teeth.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, but you can tell them.
Nah, 100%.
Some people don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people. Yeah, sometimes
people don't know.
Hold on, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you who we're gonna get on here. We have to call somebody. Any other times that somebody be like doing a little, or you doing it one way and they're like, nah, do it differently.
FaceTiming?
Yeah.
All right.
But let them know while I'm calling. Any other women tell you like, nah, I want you to do it this way, and you'll be like, nah, like I'm not doing that.
I mean, it depends what doing it this way or asking me to do something. Two different things. They asking me to do something that's just wild. No, I'm wild, but there's certain things I ain't gonna do.
Like what? What are you not doing?
I ain't doing.
What are you not doing?
We not doing no men. You know what I'm saying? You laughing, but there's some women who, you know what I'm saying, would you like, no, I don't do nothing up the anal way. You know what I'm saying? So that's a no.
Damn. I'm gonna call somebody else then. Fuck it. We're gonna make these fucking phone. We gotta call these women. We gotta know. Before we wrap this up, we gotta know.
All right.
We
I'm up for a good debate anyway.
Javi, what about you, man?
I've had a couple interesting experiences.
Yeah.
Tell me one. Tell me a story.
So, honestly, it all depends on the type of girl you're with. Because, let's be honest, not every girl we're with, we kiss. You know what I mean? Tongue kiss, get all passionate with.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't. For example, if it's a girl that I genuinely enjoy her company, the vibe is going to be different than it's like I'm at a party or I met you yesterday, you know what I mean, and you down. So it's like you don't get those same types of energies.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is just like, if this is just a girl you're just trying to hit real quick,
you know what I mean?
You're not kissing her.
It's not that I won't kiss her, but
right.
I won't tongue kiss,
Yeah.
spend mad time with it, you know what I mean? Talk, you feel me? So it's not.
It's like we ain't talking.
We ain't talking, you know what I mean? We're getting the business. So it's like.
Let me tell you, I'm at the point now, your body changes, as years goes on. And before I was able to do it when I was younger.
Able to do what?
Younger. I'm young now, but younger. So now, if I'm not attracted to you, I have to get a blowjob. It's a must.
Yeah.
It's a must. If I'm not really trying, it's just going down. We just, I need a blowjob from you. It's not because I'm not going to get aroused from you. That's the only way. Before I was just like, oh, we don't. But now, because I look at details. Yeah. I'm looking at details on women. You be looking at your face, I be looking at what? I be looking at everything.
Girls,
breath, all that.
You smoke a cigarette, it's quiet for you.
I be like, the only way I'm about to get hard tonight, you have to blow me off, and I have to get really drunk, I gotta get smacked.
If you're not attracted, but you're not gonna kiss, you're not gonna do anything.
She might have I've had a girl that I had to kiss, and she pulled me back, and she was like, "You're not into it."
That's
and
hilarious.
I wasn't, because I was just
that's hilarious.
That's facts though.
And she didn't want to go down.
Yo.
What's happening?
Don't say anything to incriminate yourself.
Don't say nothing to incriminate myself.
Who you with right now?
Me, myself, and me.
Oh, all right. So, you ever fucking a girl in the past, previous? I know right now you're married, but in your past life, and she just do some shit that you were just not feeling. And did you ever tell her? Were you honest with her? Were you like, all right, girl, nah, we're not doing this? Or did you let her roll?
All right. So, it happened a couple times. I had one shorty. I didn't say anything. I was mad I didn't say anything because then the sex just kept coming bad. So I was like, yo, fuck this. And then I stopped liking her. But then because, who wants to be in a relationship with sex is bad, you know? Next one, I definitely told the girl. She got a little bit upset. But I was like, I'd rather her get upset than me sit here and give her the best dick of her life. And, and she give me fucking starfish in return. You know what I mean? So I said, fuck it. But yeah.
What about on the flip side? Any woman ever tell you were doing something wrong and they want to do it differently?
I don't know. You know what? Honestly, I never heard anything like that. Maybe I heard like everyone, like everybody likes their like pussy eaten differently or something like that. But like, I never heard someone come out in the straight say that my shit was trash.
Well, not trash, but they were they like, do it like this?
Oh yeah, I mean directions. I think directions are amazing. I mean, yeah. So like, I think you can eliminate most of that conversation if someone just gives directions. You know what I mean? Like, be a little bit more vocal in the bedroom.
100%. All right, cool. Thank you for your input, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, brother. I'm just driving, about to do another job in a few.
The grind don't stop.
Yes, sir. It never does.
Shout out to Bulletproof Fitness.
Yes, sir. Bulletproof all day. Stay bulletproof, guys.
Hey, also check your email. That MP3 is sent.
Yes, sir. I got it, and I'll be sending it to you later.
Yo. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, talk to you later, brother.
Yo, he's right. Direction is really important.
Oh yeah. 100%. 100%.
I got a question too.
All right, what's up?
What do you think about girls who have hygiene issues? Have you ever been with a girl and like you ain't peep until you peeped?
Yeah, I did.
And then it's how did you address that?
To be honest, this was a little bit before, like I was a little bit more vocal. I was kind of quiet about things like years ago, but I did address it, but in a funny way. Like, I'll be like, when the last time you went to the dentist? Like, just bring it up in conversation one day.
Oh man.
Like, oh no. Like, you ain't been that long. I think you should go, man. Yeah, you gotta.
Right.
What kind of toothpaste you use? Like, go inside or something like. You'd be like, did you take a bath today?
Nah, don't tell me you ever said that.
That's crazy.
I said that.
You gotta be like, yo,
You took a bath today?
Nah, yes.
Like,
There's some girls that are really like that, bro. Like
a lot. Like, you took a shower today? Like, no, because I ain't going nowhere. You didn't answer the question. Did you take a shower today? You take a shower? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like little stuff like that. I'm like, now I'm more direct. Like I was just like going around like before.
He's dancing around the subject.
I had to gather enough evidence. Put it like that. I was that person gathering a lot of evidence. Like, giving the people the benefit of the doubt. Like, hey, maybe you had a bad day, which we all, everybody has a little, And I was like, all right, But now it's just like, I say stuff in the beginning, like, yo, you ain't take a shower today? What's going on? Say or something like that. But
you can always tell when you go to a girl's house. Too.
Yeah, the house.
You see how they living, like especially in like how they act outside and shit.
Nah, I don't know. I've dealt with someone who really wasn't really that clean in the house, but everything else was clean.
Yeah, that can happen too.
People like that too.
That definitely can happen.
Jason, what about you? In your past, in a previous life, in a non-committed Jason form. He's like, fuck.
No.
You can tap out.
No. It's not that. It's like, I got to look at the hard drives. I got to go back into the archives and come up with a real.
Okay, what's up?
Fucking.
He's like, I gotta think about this.
I mean, I think I mentioned this on the show one time, and I met this girl online. Long story short. A couple of days after hanging out, I go to her crib, and I figure it's about to get on. However, I needed to go to the bathroom, and then afterwards, when you're a guy, you got to lift up the toilet seat. Right. You lift up the toilet seat. It looked like that shit hadn't been cleaned in years. Yeah. I walked right the fuck out. No explanations. No nothing. Right, yeah. Because I figure if her place ain't up to par,
that's nasty.
That body's not up to par.
Yeah.
Looks like the fellows are out of here.
Yeah, man, that was.
And it's crazy because, bro, like, it sometimes it really be the prettiest girls, like, that you'd be like, wow, I would never think. That's why you never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Bro. Like,
No,
It was
100%.
stinking.
Yeah. Well, not just that. You know what? There's been actually a time where you meet somebody and everything is going great, and you think, oh my God, this actually has the real potential to be great. You know, maybe could be the one after all.
Maybe this could be the one.
Yeah. And then afterwards,
Sorry.
it's time to go into the bedroom. And, no hygiene problems or anything. It's just that the sex was uninspired, like nothing. And there was nothing to be had, Like,
Right.
I can't see myself getting hard again after a bad night like this.
Why do you think that? Why was she just a starfish or what?
You know what it is, man? Like, in her defense, she told me that she hadn't done anything in over a year, so she was a little out of practice, maybe a little rusty. But
Nah, fuck that. You still know how to ride a bike after a year.
I think when you get a certain age, the connection, like that's where I'm at. Like it got to be like the connection. Like before, I was out here wild. I was out here wild. I'm telling you, man.
Why?
Like,
Tell me.
man, listen, man. I was wilding, like for real. And now, I have to be, I got to be connected. I start thinking about multiple different things now. My mind, the mind has changed. I start thinking about multiple. All right, am I gonna get if I go hang with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna get the proper amount of sleep? Am I gonna eat? Did she got food? You know what I'm saying? Am I really connected? Because I'm just gonna waste time. Can I stay home and bust my own nut? Not waste gas. I'm gonna pay a toll. I'm gonna get the proper amount of sleep. I ain't gonna spend no money, and I'm gonna get the same effect. And I really don't like you, so I'll be like, I'm just gonna keep my ass in the house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the old aunt. I was going. You know what I'm saying?
It's like I was going either way.
I was going either way.
adventure.
Yeah, I was going just to get now I'm. Like, but
Fuck that.
I get a lot of people, my guy friends, my old co-workers, female friends, like literally female friends. Like, I grew up, they just don't believe that I'd be in the house. I'd be like, I'm home. Never you home? They're like, no, you're not. You out. Or if I go out, I take myself out all the time. Like, I believe in that 100%. If you work or whatever, treat yourself. Go out. You ain't gotta wait for nobody. I go to the movies by myself. But when I do little things like that, people like, who you with? Yeah, who you with? Myself. Like, why do I have to? Why do I gotta like hit up a female to wait if I want to go see a movie? Why I gotta hit up a female to go see a movie that I want to see? And 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna pay for them both of us. Why I gotta hit you up? Like, like I want to go see the movie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go by myself. But this day and age, you with a girl? No, I'm not. I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Mostly on my daughter. Even me and Joe, like we'll go to a movie. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not old.
You're preaching to the choir, man. Because everything you're saying is exactly. I'm in lockstep with you, man. And,
right.
I was a dude that would go to the movies all the time by myself, and it's because I'm a huge movie buff. Joe knows this.
Right.
I love movies like The Second Coming or whatever. But the thing is that like I noticed for me, I'm such a huge movie buff that sometimes I'd rather go by myself,
right?
Because chances are there's going to be a movie that I want to see that nobody else is interested in,
right?
I like indies. I like all kinds, and it's not always about the big blockbusters. It's not about Twilight. It's not about Marvel.
Yeah.
Right.
I like the good stuff.
Right. Right.
Don't say anything to incriminate yourself.
Okay.
So I want to ask you a question, and you're live on a podcast, by the way, and you got a show coming up. Shout out to your show. Where's the show? Where can they buy tickets?
Tickets are free. All you gotta do is ask your boy, Reach the Comic. It's at the Tempe Improv, June 20. What's that Thursday? I think it's the 23rd, maybe the 26th. I don't remember.
Whatever. Either way, fly to Arizona and make it happen. But all right, so in a past life, because I know right now, this isn't a question for now, but have you ever been fucking a girl, whatever, or multiple women, who knows, and she just was not doing something right? Did you ever have to tell her, like, nah, fam, like, do this a little differently?
All the time.
All the time?
All the time.
Whoa! Why does this happen so often?
It doesn't really happen that often. I'm very particular, right? So, like, I'm not down to just let you do the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm BK all day, my way.
Okay, so how do you explain? How do you bring me through the process?
I mean, so it really depends, right? Everything is situational. It's all case by case basis, and realistically, it really depends on the situation, right? Like if I'm feeling a chick and I think it's gonna be a long term situation, and I'm like, oh hey shorty, like you're doing it this way, but really like can you try it this way for me? And if it's some chick like I'm just smashing out for the night or like the week or whatever, I'm just like, bitch, you're doing it wrong.
He's just doing it wrong. Now, will you direct her?
Oh, of course. We're making movies, dog.
Yeah. Now, how do they usually respond?
So this is the whole thing, right? About the actual response itself. Some people, they take it with the criticism, right? And they understand, like, oh, okay, so I shouldn't be doing it this way or I shouldn't be doing it that way. And they're very receptive. And some girls, I've actually had 2 chicks straight up just stop and just leave.
And just leave? And they just said, "No, fuck
up,
that."
They just I had one chick verbatim say, "I'm not a prostitute."
Wow.
What?
She said, "I'm not a prostitute," because you were trying to just direct her on your shit.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, fuck that. I would just fuck. She might as well leave.
Listen, bro, every dude has been watching porno since they were 12 years old. Right. So monkey see, monkey do.
Right.
Yo. All right. So what
was everybody else's answer?
Oh, we got all different over here. We going around the board. Yeah, you got to listen to the episode. But my question is, all right, has a woman ever told you like, nah, fam, you're not doing this right. You got to do it a different way?
I've had a couple. You know what I'm saying? I've had a couple, and it feels like the Phoenix Suns losing in the playoffs. Horrible.
It's like, nah. Like, we're now, were you receptive? Were you like, all right, I'll try that? Or were you like, nah, man, you're going to get what I give you?
So just like how I said earlier, it's all case by case and scenario by scenario, right? Like, if I'm feeling shorty, then I'm going to be receptive and I'm going to try to do things for her just like she's doing things for me. If it's just some chick and I'm like, yo, it is what it is and I'm just smashing, no, I don't really care because it's all about me. It's the Reef Show.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta worry about me. All right, cool. Dude. You know all about directing, Joe. Like, you direct porn all the
time. Exactly. Yeah, 100%. Coming soon to Joe Hub, Jersey Media Hub.
Oh shit!
Whatever we gotta do to get lit out here. Whatever we gotta do, man. I'm gonna make it one way or the goddamn other. But all right. Well, thank you, sir.
Well, here, let me ask y'all this then. Since we're gonna go into the realm of people fucking and trying to give out directions and shit, right? Let's just say you in a threesome. It's you and your girl and another chick, right? And you dogging the other chick. And your girl tries to direct you to do the same thing for her and you just don't produce. Do you feel some type of way about that? Or you just not give a fuck?
I'm going to say, I don't really care, but I know she probably cares.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because, I'll be real too. Some women, you just can't do certain shit with because the way the body is moving and the way they're like flexibility, like, yo.
Well, not just that, but like, I'm not going to treat my wife like a whore.
Right. Nah, sometimes they be wanting that. They want the.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not all the time. They want.
I can't do
sometimes,
it. I mean, a little bit of it, but like, not really.
Right.
But that's what they be wanting, though.
Not all the time. They want both. Relationship. They want the love, and then they want to get treated. They want you to slut them out sometimes. Sometimes it gotta be, They could be a night that we making love, but then it's a night we gonna be, we gonna We getting nasty.
That's why you got to have like LEDs in the room, and then she could just switch the LEDs.
You know?
It could be like if it's like we on demon time. Oh, Reef, let me hit you back. All right, we got a female caller coming in.
All right,
We'll call you right back. Hello.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are
Thing
you?
is over with.
So we got you live on a podcast right now.
Okay, what's up?
All right. So don't say anything to incriminate yourself.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna ask you a question. The question may be a little bit to the left, but I want to know if ever in the past, and this isn't even current. This is just past time, maybe a past life, even, right? If you were ever doing anything sexual with a man, and he just wasn't doing it right, like he just was not doing it right. Did you tell him? Were you honest? Did you just let him do it?
It has happened, and I have told him, yeah.
How'd you tell him?
Well, I basically just stopped in the middle of doing it and let him know what was going on.
Okay.
So you were like, nah, fam. Now, did you direct him or what?
No, I didn't direct him. I just stopped.
Oh, and you were just like, nah, I'm gonna just leave.
Yeah, kind of.
Why?
Because it was so bad.
Damn. You were just like, nah, Duke, like there's no coming back from this?
Yeah, there was no fixing that.
Okay.
At least you didn't feel like it.
Maybe, wait, what?
I said at least you didn't feel like it.
Okay. Now, what about the opposite? Has a man ever said it to you? Like, nah, shorty, we gotta do it like this.
They haven't stopped me the way I've stopped a guy, but they have directed me, like, do this also.
Also?
Yeah. Kind of things.
Now, did you take that into consideration and continue that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, wait. But did you continue? Now, did you try that method with other people? Was that like an ongoing thing now in your like? How do I call this?
In like a regular life. Like,
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. Did you add this now to your regiment?
Yeah, I do. I take people's suggestions into consideration.
Oh, okay. I like it. All right. I just had to get your opinion, live on a podcast. So we just really needed some perspective. We needed the answers from the women out there.
Oh, I'm a little different though. You might want to call another woman.
Why? Why are you different? Because you're just gonna say
I don't know if every woman would tell the guy, how she's feeling about, how it's going on. Like if it feels good, if it doesn't. I don't know if every girl will be like, honest. Yo, fuck this shit, or if they will continue and fake it. Like I can't do that.
Right.
Okay. Interesting. Sounds like a plan. And you're a Leo, so you're really direct.
Yeah.
She's like, nah, fuck.
Pretty upfront.
Do you feel like you were you aggressive? Like when you were like, nah, dog? Do you feel like you hurt her?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Do you feel like you hurt their feelings?
That's fine. I think I might have. There's a possibility. I sometimes don't know how to be honest without being brutal at the same time,
That's a Leo thing. That's definitely a Leo thing. All right. Because, honestly, I think, like, we joke and shit, but I think this is, like, a really therapeutic conversation. Because you never know. Like, and not saying that you did. I'm just saying in general, like, that could really, like, fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I hope I didn't fuck them up.
Hey, fuck you, right?
They could be for the better.
It could be for the better because now they could be a beast at it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, see? There you go.
Cool. All right. Sounds good. Thank you very much. We got one more caller and then we're wrapping this up.
No problem. Peace out.
Peace. We got one last final one. And then we out of here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Joe.
So don't say anything to incriminate yourself. Damn. Wait. Oh.
Phone messed up.
Phone is fucking up.
The service?
I don't know. Damn, they already knew what time it was.
They called back.
But they called back. We'll see. That was funny. They were like, yo, Tuesdays, they already know what time it is. They already know what time it is on Tuesdays. But other than that, I don't know, people. I guess be direct and say how you feel. But also, don't be super aggressive like that. You know what I mean? Like, because that shit probably could really fuck somebody up. Yeah. But also actually tell your partner. Because you know how many people right now are probably like in relationships and just dealing with that. Yeah. And they're not saying nothing. Yeah, true. And that's probably causing like a lot of issues and shit.
True. Definitely true. Definitely.
What's up?
It's difficult though.
Why?
I mean, let's just say, for example, you have a girl and you're in a relationship and you don't have the nerve to tell her that, you know, she don't smell right down there every single time.
Oh, I'm going to tell her. If you and we in a relationship for real, yeah, I'm telling her.
She's gonna be the first one to tell me I want you to eat it.
And I would respect if we in a relationship. I respect like you, like ooh you. You know, other instinct like because I'm with you, so you know. But it's more like if you're not really with somebody, like you know, if y'all together, like yeah, that should be like you shouldn't even feel embarrassed no more. Like, I should be walking around farting and. You know, in front of you, like you should be able to tell me, like, you know. I mean, if it's like really, really, like, deep in.
I'm just saying, like, some girls may not take it that lightly, you know.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then
they need to be on top of their own hygiene.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one thing you can do in this day and age is be clean.
Yeah.
Like for super cheap, so it's not.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes too, like on some real shit, sometimes people just don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's sometimes it's as simple as that. Like, how do you know? You know, like
I don't know. I'm like paranoid that way though. Like my whole life has always been like smelling myself, smell my own breath. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how you could not like.
But sometimes you can't catch something.
I don't know. I guess.
Like I always tell them, I'm like, yo, are you me? Sometimes I'm like, yo, let me know if I do. It's like, how do you fucking know? Like that's like saying like you could be wearing a shirt, and your shirt has like a fucking bleach stain.
Right.
I don't care about stains.
But it's just an example though. Maybe you don't know.
Right. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You walking around with a fucking big ass bleach stain on the fucking back of your shirt, and everyone's over there like talking shit or looking like, oh, you just wear garbage shit, but you don't know.
Right.
So if you know, sometimes it's not that simple. You know. So that's one thing. It is always good to just say shit because sometimes people will have no fucking idea, especially if it's like hygiene related, or sometimes if you're doing shit that they don't like we joke around about it, but sometimes they maybe don't know. You know, sometimes they don't know, and actually sometimes that's probably a good thing because if they're not doing something right sexually, maybe that means that they don't really have a lot of experience.
Yeah, true.
And take it how you want with that because everyone, that's a whole nother topic whether you like your partner to have experience or not. But like if they're not really doing it right, maybe you have to be that one to.
True.
I mean, would you rather a fucking? That's actually a good question. I said, like, would you rather a fucking rock star that's probably been in the streets all the time, or would you rather coach someone to be your rock star?
Right.
Yeah, man. Sometimes the streets is crazy,
man.
Yeah. Right.
Can I give an example?
Yeah.
All right. So this happened to a friend of mine a while back. Long story short, he said that he was with this chick. And probably the best sex he ever had in his life. Like she was doing somersaults on his dick and everything. And this is a girl from the Bronx, man. So this is right up your alley. Yeah. Needless to say, after a while, after like fucking for like a couple of months or whatever, he notices somewhere in her bedroom that she's got medication for Valtrex.
What is that?
That's herpes medication. Oh. Shit. Now, luckily, he didn't catch anything. He went to go get himself checked, but needless to say, he never went back.
Yeah.
Well, why not? She's on the medication.
That's something you gotta tell people.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing too.
Yeah, I tell you just doing that.
Did she know? I mean, did she tell him right away? What? I don't know. I don't know the story. Like, I just know it happened to a friend of mine.
But I think Valtrex, you can use that not just for herpes, like herpes, the sexual transmit. I believe you can use that. Not mistaken. Y'all could correct me. I believe there's numerous of things. I believe that could be treated for
Cold
sores, and what's that? Those shingles.
Oh, okay.
Shingles with the chickenpox.
Yeah.
That and something else. But I think, I don't, like I said, I don't know her, but I know, because I think I had like a little scare like that, because I know I Googled Valtrex one time, and I was like, I saw like multiple things. It was like different things like that actually like, heals and cures. So I don't, but in the sexual realm, yeah.
Don't say anything to incriminate yourself. You're live on air.
What's going on?
What's up, sir?
How are you?
I mean, we have I don't know if you want to answer this. You probably don't want to answer this. Yeah, you probably don't want to answer this. We're having discussions about, we're having a discussion about if you're having sex with a woman, right, and she does something wrong and she doesn't do it the right way, how do you tell her? And has it happened to you?
No comment.
No comment. That's what I thought. How you doing?
I'm doing good. When you're done with your live or whatever you're doing, shoot me a call.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank
Peace.
Who was that?
That
escalated quickly.
Who was that?
That was, I'll show you.
Can't see, my blind self. Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah. So, sorry guys, but yeah, I mean, sometimes I don't know. Who knows what she was using it for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Yeah.
Javi, what about you? Would you rather a demon or would you rather a demon in the making?
Demon in the making for sure.
Yeah.
Because like you could have it specialized to you. You feel me? And it's like not to say that it's not like, especially like since I'm a young dude, like I'll like if I like talk to like an older girl, you feel
Like
me?
if she's a demon now and she's
Like,
your age.
Word, you know what I mean? Like I'll fuck with a demon if she's older than me. You know what I mean? Because then I can learn something. And you know what I mean? You get the clout.
Would you think of something if you start fucking with a girl that's around your age and she's like a demon?
Right.
Are you gonna question it?
Eventually, I'll be like, how you know this? Like, what
Right.
you be doing with who? You know what I mean? But it wouldn't like matter for me because it's like we're at the age now that we kind of got out of the whole like, oh my god, you had sex with da 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 age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was like some high school shit. Now it's like, bro, we're all adults. We enjoy sex. We want to have it. You know what I mean? It's just like protect yourself, but it's like, you feel me?
Let's touch a topic. Y'all know a topic?
We about to wrap up. But what is it? What
Just
is it?
real quick. This has been on my mind for so long.
What is it?
Let's talk about these women just briefly with this social media.
Oh my goodness. It's the guys though that let it happen, bro.
That's what I always said. So remember to the men, y'all fucking it up for dudes. Let me tell you why. Y'all hyping these women up, and I've always told Joe this. And I told a lot of my boys.
I know what you're already gonna say, man.
Y'all hyping these women up. Sorry, women, not all y'all. So I ain't coming at all y'all. But guys, dudes, y'all hyping these women up, bro, that are ugly. They don't have nothing going on for themselves. Nothing. You're hyping these women up to get ass. Y'all are fucking up the game. Because now you got these women heads in the clouds on this social media platform. Same girls that you see in person, they ain't doing a motherfucking thing. They're not doing it. They ugly. They got shit going for themselves. You doing better than them, and you scooping down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get them, then y'all got them on these platforms, and y'all making them feel really, really, really like superior. Please, dude, stop it. Like, guys, come on. Like, the times have changed. Let me look in the camera. The times have changed, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, value yourself, men. You know what I'm saying? Value yourself. You know what I'm saying? Women always say, I want a man, or I can't date this man because this, and that. Say the same thing about yourself. I can't date this woman because of this, and that, and that. They're going to call you crazy because you're a man. They're going to say he's picky. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to say you picky. They're going to say that, that you bougie, you think you all that. Fuck it. is your life, and you a man, so we always looked at as we supposed to be settling. Most of the time, I'm not trying to say there's a lot of women out in these days. Don't give me, I'm not shitting on women. There's a lot of women out there handling a business. There's a lot, but there's a lot of women that ain't. And there's a lot of men that are handling their business, and there's a lot of men that ain't. But I'm talking to those dudes that just, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, please, and women, please, please, please. You know if you was 3, you know if you were 5. Please. Social media. I'm getting into the mic. Stop it. And the late great Kevin Samuels, I didn't agree with everything he said. But I did agree with some things. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of girls ain't the 10s. It's like, I'm not calling myself a 10 either, but I'm just saying, know your lanes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, cause I be seeing that a lot. Like, these girls, you know what I'm saying? They really be thinking that they celebrities. Like, a lot of times, you know, you gotta. When you meet them in person, you be like, "Oh, this is you? Like you was acting like this on social media? Like you was playing the bougie role? You like when you really see them in person, like it was you? Like
yo, bro, that's so fast.
You know, you be like, it was you that was playing the bougie role. When I see you in person, you don't even look like that in person. You don't even have. I be like, you got to reevaluate. You be like. Yo, I see a lot of women like that. I be like, and they be posting, and I'm like, bro, I be like, you see them in person, you be like, what? So please, I had to get that off, and it felt good. And if any comments on that, I think Joe has to take this as a snippet and put that as the main thing.
I think we should do all the podcasts.
Any comments, women, guys? I'm up for debate. I'll be up for the debate under the comments. You know what I'm saying? We keep it professional, though. No, there's no curse words, no argument. But that's just been something that's been on my mind for a very long time.
You heard what they doing in Texas, right?
What? Oh, with the Plan B?
No.
Oh,
not that. They banning some of the filters.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
You didn't see that?
God.
Bro, Texas is banning the use of certain Instagram filters and just social media filters in general.
How can they do that?
Because it's fucking up with the facial recognition.
Good. It's coming.
But
it's coming.
Like, in what
it's coming
way,
time.
though? Like,
because, so it's, bro. They have our face everywhere, everything.
Right.
It's all the time, and everything through social media. Like they track our face, right? So obviously, if you start using the facial recognition often, it's just not going to detect that it's you. For example, right? If I take a photo of you right now, it's going to categorize all the photos that I've ever took of you, and it's going to put it in one section. And it's going to say that this is one person. Mm. But sometimes, right, depending on the angle, let's just say I took a photo maybe of him too.
Right.
Honestly, y'all have similarities, right? It might pick up and say, yo, was that you? And it'll actually ask me. Google will say, yo, is this the right person? So every like 1 out of 20, it gets wrong. Sometimes it's the lighting. Sometimes it's this. So with the filters, they're getting so crazy that's probably it's an automatic doesn't detect it.
That's crazy.
And they want to detect it because they're using facial recognition all day. Way more than we realize.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I always tell the story in this pod. I did the Imani interview. Yo, I played the music video behind us on the TV. Mm-hmm. We were blocking half the TV just like this or whatever. We were a little higher and we were blocking the TVs. I didn't even play the music. And they flagged the video.
Oh, wow.
For it just being on the background. Wow. It was a Jadakiss and Imani. It was
right.
their video. I didn't play the music once. I just put it on the TV for a minute. And they flagged the video because they did a facial recognition of Jadakiss. And you know the video.
Right.
So it's like, yo, they're scanning everything for faces and everything. So, you know, it's getting wild out here in these streets. So right now, if you look it up, I sent the link out to some people. Yeah, they're Texas. They're starting to, you know, certain ones they're starting to ban it because they are getting really bad. I mean, they're getting crazy. Some, but they're cool though. You know, I love them. Like I was doing lots of times. Like me and Jaylene were on the FaceTime and we do different filters and you have fun with it. But it's like once you start getting crazy with it, like bro, there's some of these bro. Like you were saying, yo, they be using them filters and they be looking like a whole different person.
Yeah, man.
Like a whole different person.
It's so not fair.
Yeah.
Because we don't get to do that. You feel me? If you're ugly, you're ugly.
We don't get to do a lot of things as a man.
We don't get no fix.
That's what, like I said, I didn't agree with a lot of things that Kevin Samuel said. God bless the dead, but he did open up my eyes to the rating scale from 1 to 10. So I always did 1 to 10 as looks, but he didn't do that. He rated you a 1 through 10. He's like, okay, what makes you a 10? Like, okay. So he's like, what kind of job do you have? How much income do you have? Where do you live? So he's like, do you have makeup on? Did you wake up? So he's like, so you're not a 10, like based off of not your face, like based off a lot of different things. I was like, oh, like I never thought about that. Like, saying, what makes you a 10? Like, so I was just like,
it was as a person as a whole.
Just as even for men, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just he was like, how tall are you? How tall? Like I said, I didn't agree with so much that he said, but I got where he was trying to go, like where he was going with it. Like, it's just not off the face, is other things, and
Maybe next week we'll start calling a lot of these women and seeing what they rate themselves.
Oh Lord, I gotta hear that.
Maybe we'll get in on 2 weeks in a row.
They're gonna all be 10s. They're gonna all, or some of them gonna keep. I think I'm a 9. And like, here we go.
We call them men too, and then we want to know why. We gotta justify your rating.
Right.
So if you're a fucking 10, I want to know why.
Right. Yeah, these women.
All right, but this was a fun episode. Thank you, sir, for coming on. If anyone doesn't know, if you go back, you know what? I was listening yesterday to really old episodes, like old therapy episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening back to number 11.
That was like what, 2016?
16, yeah. Because if anyone doesn't know, some therapy without a degree trivia, it was originally supposed to be Anthony.
Right.
So we had him on the second episode.
Yeah.
With the mailman.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm broke. I'm a fucking mailman. It be raining.
Yep.
So I took that, and that's why the third episode, the third web series, the girl was a mail woman.
Oh,
That's why I did
Gotcha.
Because I just took that, that thing in there. But yeah, we had Anthony on chapter 2. That was a really good podcast. And then after that, it was Walter. So Walter started coming on.
Right.
So I was just listening to old episodes just to like hear Walt and shit. It was just cool to like, you go. That's what the beauty of this shit. That is we record podcasts every week. You know what I'm saying? And like you could go back and listen to conversations. Like I actually want to send it probably the episode to Mikey. Be like, yo, because that was a crazy episode. We were talking chapter 11. We were talking about polygamy. Anyone here down for polygamy?
No comment.
No comment? Yeah, that's going to be a really fun. I bring that back to the pod, and I bring that topic back, and we start really calling people and seeing who's down for polygamy.
I know a couple people like that already.
You know people that do it?
They're not doing it per se, but they think they're about that lifestyle. Like I know a friend of mine, he wants to do polygamy because he has never been able to stay faithful to a girlfriend. So he realizes, you know what? Maybe I'm just not meant to be with one woman, so I'll just live a life of polygamy.
Interesting. Has he found any polygamous partners?
Well, what's interesting is that ever since he went back on those dating apps, he's basically straight up front, basically saying he's not looking for anything serious. He's like, polyamorous or whatever the fuck it's called, and like these girls are down with it.
Right.
Yeah, you should tell him on, man. Tell him I want to interview him. Tell him I want to talk to him. No, I'm serious. Tell him, but I want. I would love if I could bring any polygamous couples out there. I would love to bring y'all on.
That would be great.
For real, I need a polygamous couple, 2 women, 1 man. We're gonna ask their hard questions, all right? But last thing, what do you shout out? Anything that you think is dope? Anything that you think is slept on out here? You want to put people on?
Yeah, the podcast, like I was saying, the Bigger Pockets podcast. I would definitely recommend that to anybody. For sure, for sure. I definitely recommend that, for sure.
All right, good shit. So check out the Bigger Pockets podcast. Let's go. gonna give a shout out to there's the cigar lounge called The Cave. It was really, really dope. It was a dope experience. We shot the Money Machine video. That was pretty cool. So we did that video. Little dope cigar lounge. I'm gonna put them on. Also, I know it's like a really big popular show, but I think it's still slept on because this guy has not watched it yet. Shout out to Ozark. Oh. I'm about to finally finish it. Did you finish it, Jason, or no?
Nah.
You still got? Did you watch it at all yet? Did you watch any of it?
I watched. I'm still stuck on season 1, man. I haven't been watching that much TV lately.
Okay, cool. Javi, you no? Nah. yeah. Y'all gotta watch it. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Ozark.
Okay.
And other than that, that is it, man. We out of here. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you, sir, for coming on. We gotta get this guy. We gotta get this guy to be a full-time host, man. I've been trying to get this guy as a full-time host since 2016. You know what I'm saying? He's maybe one day. I gotta pay his ass. He's be like, nah. Yo, he used to send me the invoice. He'd be like, nah, I'm gonna come on a pod, but you know, you gotta. It's like you gotta pay me. But he was just be joking.
Yeah.
Zayn who?
Yeah, no. Now, of course, Zayn's always here. Zayn, but we need him here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yo, there's always room for more love. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we out of here. Javi, thank you for coming in, sir. Jason, this has been fun. Another episode, Therapy Without a Degree. We out. Peace. And who is that? Hey.